All right, everybody, it is so good to be with you all on tonight. We are going to be talking about understanding digital currency and the foreign exchange. This event is being sponsored by the AK Legacy Foundation. To find out more about the services and resources that we provide, you may visit our website at www.aklegacyfoundation.org. So we're going to jump right on. Don't want to prolong the time. Along with myself, Ms. Leah Hall, we're going to do our best to shed some light on understanding what is going on, all the fuss and all the buzz about digital currency. So, let me put this disclaimer out there before you make any investments or make any changes, put money in, take money out. Make sure that you consult with your tax professional and your financial advisor. And it's always a good idea to pray. So, all righty, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, understanding digital currency. This is going to be a strategy and education class. We're going to be about 45 minutes. This is actually a prerequisite to a class that is coming up on May 4th that will go more in detail, more in depth. It will be more technical, giving you a breakdown and really get into it. So what we wanted to do tonight, our attempt is to give you a basic understanding, so that you can, and so that you can also get questions answered. And it's almost like we're gonna play good cop, bad cop, because I'm gonna give you guys all the good stuff, and then Miss Leah is gonna come back and she's gonna say, "Don't forget to consider this." Anyone that knows Miss Leah or have ever been on a conference with her, a virtual conference with her, knows that she is concerned about our money. She want to make sure that we have plenty saved and that we are being smart. And so I love that about her. And so she's gonna make sure that she's gonna do her part and making sure that nobody gets taken advantage of, that we don't fall to any scam, or we just don't know. Sometimes it's not a bad thing. We just didn't do it properly because we didn't know. So, all right, so let's get into it. And at the AK Legacy Foundation, that is one of the things that we thrive on is teaching financial literacy. So if there's a topic that you want to learn more about, let us know. So for tonight in the digital currency world, research shows that this is a male-dominated industry. I mean, we're just here, with a little sprinkles on top when it comes to women and women investing. But we are doing all that we can to change that. We want to be more involved, and we want to be involved not at their mercy, but we want to be involved with wisdom, with knowledge, with understanding, and with faith. And we want to be fierce and bold. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. So if you have any questions, jot them down toward the end. We're going to take questions and answers, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. And by the end of this year, I know it that this is gonna be, we're just gonna have some phenomenal stories to share. So research shows that only 8.5% of women make up all investors, while men make up 91.5%. That says a lot. I don't know if that's because we're the mothering type, we're the nurturing type. We want to make sure that, everything is taken care of, all the children are fed, you know, we have our emergency funds, which we should have. Should have our emergency fund. We should have another savings that has about 3 months worth of savings put up for us. We should have our life insurance policy. That is where our minds are. We got to get little Johnny through school. I mean, so we don't really, have a whole lot of money to just be trying out stuff. But when it comes to the men, they are more of a risk taker. They're like, hey, you know what? I made this $5, I can make another. You know how they think. And so that's a little bit about it, the mindset. The other thing is because when it first got invented, women weren't really doing that. The roles were more defined. Women were homemakers. The men were out into the stock market and doing those type of things, or back then the trading. And so, it just wasn't commonplace for a woman to be in those meetings. But we know that that has been changing. And now more than ever, we've seen women taking over. And even in the Oscars last night, I saw, I don't know if I shared it or not, but there was a young lady, and she was the first lady in 93 years to win Best Director. I'm like, it took 93 years for another woman to win? Oh my goodness, what's really going on? And I don't even watch the Oscars, but I mean, but I was like, okay, I would have watched for that. So that was definitely history in the making. So kudos to her. So we just want to get you guys some information, a little information. There's no way we can cover it all tonight, but we just want to do something about that number. 8.5%, we're not even making up 10% of it. And so we just want to get involved, and we want to get involved with good practices, with good stewardship, and some good fashion common sense. So let's get started. And don't worry, we're gonna do Q&A toward the end, so everybody will get a chance to ask their question. And if you have a question, meantime, put it in the chat so that we can kind of answer some as we go, and then we'll open the lines toward the end. I'll stop the recording so we can ask our questions freely. And so, come on, put the questions in the chat, or at least let me know that you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a little emoji or put something in the chat. I want to make sure I haven't put everybody to sleep. I know that this is 7 o'clock. We should be getting settled in, but hey, this is important. All right, good. I see some action in the chat. That means I haven't put everybody to sleep. So that's great. Let's get it going. Digital currency. What is it? We hear about it, but what is it really? It is digital money, electronic money, or electronic currency. And right there, I see a lot of you putting on the brakes because we like that paper. We like that change. I like that credit card. I know that when I swipe that card, I'm going to get a receipt. So already I can feel the tension of, it's electronic. Electronic money? I don't know about that. So it's electronic currency it's any currency, money, or money like. And see, that right there kind of got me. Money like? No, I want the real deal. So stick around, we're going to talk about it. So it is money like access that is primarily managed, stored, or exchanged on a digital computer system, especially over the internet. So now I know I have lost the other half of you who was kind of sticking around. But when I said over the internet, you're like, all right, look, you know what? Bad enough we're on Zoom and Facebook. Now you want me to just give my money to somebody on the internet out in cyberspace? So we're going to address those fears as well. All right. Cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual, just like we're virtual currency that is secured by cryptography. Now, bear with me on these words, but it's cryptography, which makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend. Now, I like that there's some protection there, that it can't be, it just sounds, it's impossible to counterfeit. Hey, that makes interesting. So that may make some reassurance to women when it comes to investing, that there is a level of some sort of protection. And Ms. Leah's going to kind of come back, and I've had some conversations with her, and she's gotten really passionate about this whole deal. So I am going to be taking notes. I'm looking forward to it. Many cryptocurrencies are decentralized, network based on blockchain technology. And it is distributed by a ledger, everybody thinking a ledger, enforced by a network of computers. So now I'm back. I think I was doing good when you said it couldn't be counterfeit. Now you put me back, because now you're telling me my money is being managed by a network of computers. So, okay, so I'm really wanting to find out what's going on. Where's the humans? I need customer service. I need somebody to answer the phone when I call 1-800-MY-MONEY. I don't need to talk to no computer. So, all right. All right, so the fear factor. So what is stopping you from investing? Are you going to trust the information that is put before you, or are you going to go fearfully forward, or are you just going to say, you know what? I'm not messing with this at all, and just get left in the dust. So cryptocurrency is here. It is real. It is moving. It is shaking. And so we don't want to get left out. We already saw what happened with Zoom. People didn't want to get on Zoom, and then they got left out of all the meetings, and they didn't know what was going on. So then they had to get their teenager to come show them how to set it up, and then they had to get on Zoom. Then some of us had the mishap at the beginning where people were hacking the Zoom, and people were doing all sorts of things, just getting into the feed. And so now I'm not going to ever get back on. And so now what? So let's do something about it. What is stopping you from getting into digital currency, foreign trade, um, cryptocurrency? What is it? What is stopping you? So in the chat, put a few things that are stopping you. Kind of give us an idea so that when we get to the Q&A, we can better address some of your concerns. All right. So what we're doing tonight is just kind of breaking up the ground so that when we bring these young ladies on in May, they are coming to break it down to the lowest common denominator. They're going to tell what is going on with it, how to start, how you can even build a team of people to help you make more money in cryptocurrency. So they're going to talk about it in all aspects of it. They're going to talk about the financial side, the education side of it, the money making side, how to save with it, what's going on, the latest news. So it's going to be very in depth. It's going to be about a 60-minute class. If you're on here tonight or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and sign up. It's going to be on May 4th. Even if you can't watch it live, sign up so that you can get the replay. The replay will only be sent to those who register. So make sure you register. Hopefully you can join us live so you can get your questions answered. But just in case you can't, you want to at least have the replay. And so these are the young ladies. Well, it's a mother and daughter duo. So I say young ladies, and I'm sure Miss Shawn doesn't mind being called a young lady. But this is a mother-daughter duo. I've had a chance to work with Miss Shawn in the past. And so her and her daughter, they are, how they say, killing the game. They are out of Atlanta, Georgia, through the way of California, but they're in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And they are doing it. They're saying, hey, women are here. They are showing up in the room. Miss Taylor is winning award after award. I'm sure those guys are like, now who is this little lady? And so they are going to come and openly share their knowledge with us. These are ladies that normally get paid to do this, but because this is for the AK Legacy Foundation, they are coming with open arms, open hearts, and they are going to come to serve us. So go ahead and register. And like I said, even if you can't watch it live, you want to tune in. And it's going to be at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know that's kind of late, but hey, trust me, everybody will be put in bed. Everybody been at 8, took their baths, everything. So you can sit in front of the computer, refresh, take your notes. And then when you go to bed that night, you'll have something to think about, something to sleep on, something to pray about, so that you can move forward either way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring Miss Leah on, and she is going to talk to us, and I'm going to let her come in her own way. She's going to talk to us about some of the pros and cons of digital and foreign money. And also, before she comes on, I wanted to put this in there. I wanted to give her a shout out. She has an event on Saturday, May 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time called $1 Million Baby. And I don't know, that sounds really good to me. So I want to I want to tune in. I do have a grandbaby. So it says what to teach my kids about money. So if you have any young adults or children or grandkids, nieces and nephews, this is something that you want to tune into to find out what is $1 Million Baby. So it sounds interesting, and y'all know those kids, all the money that they already owe us, the least we can do is tune in to see how we can get some of our change back. So I'm going to bring Miss Leah Hall on. She's going to talk to us. She is one of the ladies that has put us in contact with How Money Works. I love her program. And so I'm going to let her come on. She's going to talk to us about digital currency on tonight. Come on, Miss Leah, come on in all the way from Florida. Yay. Oh yeah, I got you still. Oh, okay, I got you. You changed on me. She changed on me, y'all. Gotcha.
All right, guys. Good afternoon, nighttime, morning, whatever time of day you want it to be. I'm just so excited to be here. Always when I'm invited to just speak about money. Money isn't everything, but it does make things better. If you can pay for things and get rid of your money problems, money issues, then, you know, it's a good thing. To speak about tonight's topic, Bitcoin, I have mixed emotions. I grew up watching Star Trek and all of the space, movies. I'm a scientist. I love it. So I really feel like Bitcoin is here to stay. I'm not going to, say that I don't think it is. More and more companies are recognizing it, but what Candy just said is something you want to consider. It is not traditionally regulated. And some people are saying, yay, it's not regulated. I don't pay taxes on it. But, but also it's not regulated. So that makes it kind of speculative, meaning that I don't know if you watch Bitcoin at all, but it really fluctuates even more than the stock market. It's not a stock. It's not regulated by the stock market. It's not regulated by any government at all. It's a worldwide currency. And I would say, 50 years ago, we didn't think anything about a credit card. Like that wasn't a thing. People traded real money or coins and paper money. But now everybody has a credit card, So I'm not saying that it's not going to be here. What I'm saying is know the difference, educate yourself. I'm always about that education, and basically weigh your options. Don't have all your eggs in one basket. I would even say, if you have not started some basic foundational money strategies, that's where you need to start. And one of them is a budget. Like some of us just go spend, and live in paycheck to paycheck, and we really don't know where our money has gone. That's not appropriate. That's not respecting your money. That's not making sure that you're providing for your household, paying the bills and doing all of that. But some of you say, well, I got a budget. I'm good with that part. Okay, great. Now, have you done something for your family, loving them to life by protecting your income for them? And I'm talking about life insurance. Yes, I know it's a dirty word for some of you guys, but life insurance. If you don't have life insurance outside of your job, in my opinion, you're not ready to invest in Bitcoin. Okay, so we talked about it. Do you have a budget? Do you have life insurance? Do you have an emergency fund? 2020, if it didn't teach us anything else, it taught us that you need an emergency fund. Not what if something happens. When something happens, you need to have things in place to take care of that. So emergency fund, budget, life insurance. What else? Okay, do you have cash flow? Do you have money coming in? Again, Candy said it again. Do you have different streams of income? Money coming in from different places, not just one source of information of your money coming in. So cash flow. Then we talk about investing. So after all of that, then we can talk about investing. And do you have, your retirement started? Do you have savings, for when something happens? Do you have, all of the things that involves in growing and building wealth? After you get the traditional going, I would say, hey, that's your decision whether you want to buy Bitcoin, a lottery ticket, or something else. Again, just note that it's not controlled by government, that if you lose your money, it's not insured. It is digital. It is on the computer. And so you just have to know and learn more about it. I would say learn as much as you can. People say, if you don't want somebody to know, then put it in a book. Just read all about money and finance and make sure that you're making a quality decision. So after all of that's said and done, then you definitely want to put, a will and trust in place, or, whatever your final documents that you need, your healthcare, power of attorney, all of those things that you need to have a full, comprehensive financial plan. Again, guys, not down in Bitcoin at all. Just learn more about it so that you can make an informed decision. Again, thank you so much, Candy, for inviting me. Just to talk a little bit about the 7 money milestones and how those all need to be taken care of before, in my opinion, you invest in something that may or may not be here or may change in some kind of way that goes up, that goes down, is not predictable. I guess my analogy would be gold. So gold is not digital, it's the original money, but you don't go and buy a car with gold. You can't really trade it that way anymore. So for me, Bitcoin is not traded enough. Like you can't, well, Tesla's talking about they want to trade with Bitcoin now, but no other car industry is doing that. No other, like, it's I don't know, it's kind of too new for me. It's too new for me. So that was it. Thank you so much, Candy.
Oh, no problem. So she said it's too new for her. And I agree in that regard because I have put money in to those savings. I don't have to me, I don't care how much money I have saved. I don't think I have play money. So, but what I do want to do, I want to make sure that my investments that I've made into the stock market, my and I'm getting prepared to make my first digital currency investment, and so I'm trying to find the lowest amount that I can do that with. Like if they say, "Hey, we got a $10 investment, sign me up." Okay. I don't know if I'm personally ready for the $10,000 investment or something like that. So we're gonna, so when I say I'm getting prepared, what I mean is I'm getting prepared for the mindset of it, because one thing we know is here. People are already putting money in it. People are making money doing it. And so that is one of the things that I can appreciate from Ms. Leah. She's saying, hey, this is not my favorite cup of tea, but I know that it's here. So we might as well start preparing ourselves. So make sure that we have our 7 avenues that we need, like our budget, our emergency fund, life insurance, a will and trust, your cash flow, your retirement, your medical. So if all of that is intact, then sure, if you have an extra $500 that you want to invest, by all means do so, because you do want to make sure that you're prepared and you don't want to just be all the way on the outside. Should this thing just suddenly take over, you want to at least have your foot in the door. But what we are saying is do it responsibly. Make sure that you have taken care of everything that you need to take care of, so that if, and just in case that it flops, you're not, at a loss for everything that you work so hard for. And we don't want you to get scammed or taken fast. And so that is going to be one of the things that I'm going to talk to, have Taylor and Sean talk to us about May 4th. It's going to talk to us about some red flags, because, in anything that is new, there's some great companies that are doing it. They're doing it right and they're doing it by the book. And then you have those others that are taking advantage or seizing the moment of taking advantage of those who don't know, who lack knowledge. And so those are some of the things that we're going to be working towards. I want to open it up for Q&A, and then we're going to get some questions answered. I'm going to make it where you can unmute yourself. If you have background noise, just be mindful of that. And so let me pause the recording first before we do the Q&A, so that if you have a question, you can be free to ask it. So what we don't want you all to do is to be fearful about, digital currency, about foreign trading, about, any of these topics. So what we want to do, we want to make sure that we are educating everyone and giving you the information that you need. If you have a question, please, 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 by all means, email us. Put it in the chat if you're still on here. If you're watching the replay, send us an email. Send the email to info@aklegacyfoundation.org. What we want to do is have the questions pre-formatted so that on May 4th, we can ask the questions that you want answers to, and so that we can do our research. We want to get you the right information, so that you can make the decision based on your situation. And so, like Leah said, make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, that you have your savings, your emergency fund, and that you can start investing in foreign currency, foreign trading, or in digital currency, but doing it with your lanyard money, your extra after your expenses. You want to do something. Like me, I said if there's a $10 investment, I'm gonna do the $10 one. Okay. I'm not gonna be the $10,000 girl. I'm gonna start off with $10, okay? And I'm gonna have invested in something before May 4th so that on that night I can share my process with you all to let you all know that hey, I did purchase XYZ, whatever it is I'm gonna purchase, and so that I can have some, not just book knowledge, but I can have the experience. And like one of our participants mentioned earlier, she has already started, and so she got started because her son told her, "Hey, mom, this is the best thing going. Get involved." And so we do want to do things based on our friends and family telling us to, but we also want to have the information so that we can have an understanding. And that way we can maximize our return. We're not doing it just because we're bored. We're doing it because we do want to make a profit. And so we're thinking about the future. We want to be prepared. We want to have a savings. So, yes, that's one of the main reasons why we want to be educated so that we can have a return on our investment. That's just no different if we were doing investment in the stock market or putting money in a CD account at the bank. We want to make sure that we have a return on our investment. So I want to ask everyone, go to the website, click on the event tab, register for May 4th. If you're watching the replay, I mentioned earlier, even if you cannot watch it live at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, please still register. That way you can get the replay. Only those that register will get the replay. But I hope you tune in live so that you can get your questions answered. So I don't want to hold you guys any much longer. Miss Leah, do you have any final words you want to share with us?
I would say definitely make sure you have a solid foundation and that you're diversified, and even diversified to the point of, um, real estate. Those are options. And again, with any financial decision, you have to be educated about it. There's different types of life insurance. There's different ways that you can pay down your debt. There's, different streams of income that you have to decide for yourself, how do I want to make money and where is this money coming from? Of course, legally, but just what am I going to start a business? Am I going to get a second job? Am I going to do Lyft? And these are questions that we can sit down and help you strategize. Candy is the business strategist. So it's like, you have your resources here. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation and get you a plan in place to where your money works for you.
All right, all right. And so I can't echo that enough. We are here to serve the AK Legacy Foundation. We are founded on the principle of financial literacy. So if you have a question or you need to talk to someone, we have connections all across the US. And that people that we have tested and they have been tried and we found that they are trustworthy, that we can connect you with to get your questions answered. If it's for life insurance, if it's for starting a business, if it's for foreign currency, foreign trading, you want to know more about it, connect with us. Let us help you at least to give you that foundation. And so one of the last things that I'm going to leave with everybody, make sure you go to the website, make sure you register. These classes that we're going to have are at no cost, but at any time that you would like to make a donation, we will gladly accept those. Like I said, we are working on getting this information out because as we saw earlier, 8.5% out of 100 are women that are investing. So that means 91%, 91.5% of the market is dominated by male. And that is not a negative thing toward the men. We're just saying, ladies, let's get more involved because all we need to do is have an understanding. The table is here. Let's pull up a chair. Let's find out what it is that we need to do. And always, 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 I can't say it enough. Always talk with your tax professional, your financial advisor before you make a major change. find out what the implications will be for you, find out what the advantages are, what the tax shelters, some of these things can actually help you. And so make sure that you're making a decision based on information and not on emotion. So ladies, I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. Be on the lookout for more and more updates. Go to the website, register for May 4th. You all have a great night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.